about the choice of guest, Hasan Piker, based on the many controversial things he has said over the past couple of years. And today we're going to be looking at the first response from anyone at Trash Taste regarding this situation. I think the things that
Halo
are said
is
by
officially
T-Dog V in this
cooked.
case are
Women's
actually
history
pretty interesting and probably answer most of the questions
by lifting
people
each other.
have. Now, the first update to give you guys before we get into the new stuff, Hasan has been banned.
So during that whole Trash Taste thing with Hasan the other week, there was controversy. A lot of people were saying that they can't believe Hasan hasn't been banned over things such as and pointing out that Hasan hasn't been banned. That's another example of how biased.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Don't get into it.
It's crazy thing. Speculating that you'll probably be for the general consensus here that the occurred over complicated about the gods or
I loved any scene with First of all, do we think that the internet is being killed?
Okay, look, I can't. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Oh, hey guys. No, I wanted to play this as the intro because when I saw Jarrell over at Sungrand put this video up, I watched the first few minutes of it. I'm like, God, this feels like my days sometimes. Trying to like focus on all the different topics and stories and trying to stay on top of things and being aware of what's going on in the world. And while I accept it as part of what we do here on YouTube, it's definitely exhausting, to say the least. I mean, it's not even... some days it's not even enjoyable. And, you know, I've shared with you guys before, some of you privately, some of you publicly, that trying to stay ahead of the YouTube algorithm is really exhausting mentally. So it's just nice to see, especially big channels like Sungrand, who's, I think he's like at 120,000 subscribers right now, right? It's kind of cool to see him get to this point, just being authentically himself and not really chasing the trends or the algorithms. And he'll put out videos that only get like a couple thousand views, but he's just doing what he loves, you know? So I get that we're gonna get into drama and gossip and all sorts of BS that really doesn't matter too much, but there's something genuinely enjoyable and wholesome about this guy's content. And so I saw that, I'm like, yeah, sometimes it just kind of feels like that, especially today. Today being a day where all my kids' baseball practices all start this week, so I had 2 tonight, 1 tomorrow, a couple more scattered throughout the week. It's just a lot, you know? So that being said, it is kind of nice to have you guys here along with me, because I know I'm not the only one that feels like the world's going crazy sometimes. But it definitely feels like occasionally we can maybe focus on the wrong things too often. So that being said, guys, we will get to the first topic at hand in just a second here. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Hey, DB Wild, I see that you became a member again. Congratulations, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me see here. Hampton, good evening to you. Nightcore, Obmana, I don't know what that means. You like the far-right Save Europa memes on Instagram? Yeah, NS, I'm not going to ask why you're on American time, but American time is definitely, it's the best time. The chuckle of a man near the end of insanity. Dude, honestly, there have been a few moments in the past couple of days where I feel like I'm not going to be able to keep it all together. For personal reasons, just stuff going on behind the scenes. It's going to be a year. It is going to be an interesting year. if I was doing what I'm doing now, business, like in real life, business, personal related, last year, I probably wouldn't have been able to keep up with all the drama and all the gossip and the BS. So, while you're looking at my city, it's a very nice city. The only problem with this city is that it does have like very poisonous, treacherous, dangerous things living around it, I believe. Don't you guys have like the most lethal like wildlife between spiders and snakes and shit? I didn't know that you were in Sydney, Big Ship. That's pretty cool though. What does this say? Moxie Dame and her viewers just joined. Say hello. I didn't know that I could see that on my notifications here. Hey, Moxie. Somebody said that I couldn't accept raids, or that I wasn't accepting raids, and I don't even know how to set that up on YouTube, so I've got no idea. Well, if that worked, hey Moxie, hey guys, welcome in. We just got started a minute ago. Have you looked into BetterHelp, then promptly decided it's a scam, then just decided to talk to the wifey a bit? You know, Wild, honestly, I'm not going to be the person that says that therapy is a scam or, you know, whatever. I think that therapy is legitimately helpful for a small percentage of people. And for the majority of people, it's just a matter of, you know, get some fresh air, talk to somebody.
And say, hey man, I love you. This many dollars worth.
Moxie says you're gay.
I'm gay. Yeah, a little bit. I'm gay for the right price. Don't quote me on that, though. Hey, R2, how you been, buddy? They're not so bad over there? Dude, I thought that Australia had, like, the big, nasty, creepy crawlers. I could be wrong. Hey, I see 1,000 Men and Hook. How you doing, guys? Mahendra. Yes, we're going to talk about Hasan very briefly here. And, dude, Words of Paradise, thanks for the 5, dude. Appreciate it. Hey, Moxie, we got to figure out what we're doing for the next time we do, like, Star Trek or a live stream or something. I'll try to make myself more available, but like I was just saying, as we're getting started here, my schedule is going to be very, very, very hectic coming up here. I'm not saying therapy's a scam, but BetterHelp is. Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Hey, Anime Mania, good to see you, buddy. Anani Moose, right back at you. Your biggest problem with therapy is how it's spelt. Sounds very... Oh my god. Oh, that's... Yeah, okay. Seen that meme with anime girls wearing MAGA hats? I've seen everything wearing MAGA hats. We have the most venomous snake and most venomous spider. Oh, and jellyfish and octopi and fish, but aside from that, it's pretty chill. Where is it? Is it... it's one of those places that couples go on their honeymoons because it's cheap, and so they all go... I think it's Fiji. Isn't it Fiji that has those, like, very, very poisonous eels that there's, like, no cure for? I could be wrong. Play Sonic Unleashed. I told you on Discord, I'm not a Sonic guy, and Words of Paradise, Leon is going to be pissed off at me for saying it. He's Mr. like fanboy for Sonic. I have no use for Sonic. I just don't care. I am anime. I am hanging in there. I'm just trying to mentally get through each day right now, and it's not like there's anything tragic or whatever going on. It's just a lot to keep track of. Hey, Truth. Good to see you, buddy. It's true, he played Kingdom Come 2 just like me. I did, but I haven't touched it in a couple weeks. So, honestly, I didn't stream last Friday. I was planning on playing it. Actually, I was thinking about playing Monster Hunter, and then I backed out because I'm like, screw this, I'm not going to play some unoptimized piece of garbage game. Now, of course, there's all the drama and discourse around whether or not Monster Hunter Wilds is or is not woke. And I'm like, I'm so over this freaking conversation, it's not even funny. Like, I'm not even touching that one. Sonic is gay. I'm not saying Sonic is gay. I'm not going that far. I'm just saying, personally, I don't have much use for the Sonic franchise. Like, you know, I went and saw the new one in theaters with my kids, and it was fine. It was totally cool. Nothing wrong with it. Like, it was absolutely totally fine movie. The gay may have worn off. Then I need to play it again. Get some of that gay back on me, you know? All right. Let me get a bottle of water. And, oh, hey, Rabnad. Yeah, guys, if I can't figure out how to accept raids properly, then I just need to quit YouTube, because apparently this is a thing that everyone else has already figured out, and I can't figure it out. Give me, like, 20 seconds. got my wonderful Kirkland signature Crystal Spring Geyser Kirkland brand water, car chilled. You don't have to keep it in the fridge, you just got to keep it in the car and then bring it up all at once. The raid worked, I'm not blocking raids. Somebody told me that I didn't have it enabled. The moment the debate starts on whether a game is woke or not, I dip out, even if it's not ends up not being woke. See, here's the thing, dude. I don't mind the conversation around wokeness in video games. I really don't. The problem is when people really go looking for stuff that isn't there. It was Woxy and Mill. Wow, Moxie and Will. Ahoy. Yeah, big ship ahoy. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Since I'm late and fashionably gay, or vice versa, real quick, we got to talk about this Shrek thing because there's some really funny shit going on Twitter over it. Now, I discovered that Black Twitter is a thing, right? I discovered that a week or two ago over this whole thing where this girl wanted to enter that black gaming tournament and then turned out that she was only like 25% black, and so they said, you're not black enough. That water needs a longer name. No, it's Kirkland Signature purified water with minerals added for taste. What it tastes like, I don't know. It tastes like water. But anyways, since then, I've still had things popping up from Black Twitter on my feed every like so often. People I don't follow, shit I don't care about. But it's something to do with somebody like, you know, WNBA or whatever. When John De La Rose accused Echoes of Wisdom of being woke, that was the beginning of the... Well, okay, so he also said the Satanic Panic wasn't real. So this is like the Satanic Panic, but it's like the Woke Panic 2.0, like Satanic Panic 2.0, but it's the woke instead. Anything with a female main character as being woke, yeah, that usually becomes the problem. Use coal to become more black. I don't think that qualifies. I don't think that works. Anyways, let me go a little bit bigger screen so you guys can actually see me when I talk. Not that anybody wants to see me, although the beard is getting pretty long. For those of you who are the beard lovers, it is getting kind of shaggy. Oh, I am Italian enough, Nightcore. My grandfather was from Sicily. Think again, buddy. My maternal grandfather came over from Sicily through Ellis Island in 1904. So I am very much Italian enough. Your people don't like the new Shrek movie? Well, anime, here's the thing. In my personal opinion, there's one Shrek movie. Everything after has been crap. Shrek 2, Shrek 3, Shrek... I don't know. I watched up to Shrek 3. I didn't watch anything past that, right? And then, of course, there's been spin-offs. I did like the Puss in Boots Last Wish movie. I thought that was pretty good. But the Shrek movies after the first one, I can't stand. And it's funny because I didn't watch Shrek when it first came out. I was like, oh, I don't like, Cameron Diaz, and I'm not a big, I talked myself into not watching the movie for years. And then I watched it and I'm like, holy shit, this movie's amazing. His grandfather was from Sicily. He eats pizza with pineapple. Not true. I don't put pineapple on my pizza. Sicilians aren't Italians. Hey now. You respect the face fuzz? Thank you. Can I speak Italian? No. I took German in school instead, but to be fair, they weren't offering Italian. So I learned German for 2 years. Shrek on Cartoon Network was aired with dubs? Huh. I didn't know that. You've never watched Shrek? Yeah, I mean, for some people don't really care about Shrek. Like I said, I really enjoy the first movie. I could still put it on and love every minute of the first movie. I think everything after the first has been a downgrade, from the soundtrack to the actors to the script to the story, all of it, right? Shrek movies you watched were 1, 2, and 3. Same here, but nah, see, truth, I can't stand Shrek 2. I don't like half the characters in it. I just wake up, another week, another month, another shitstorm ahead. Dude, Mad Adam, honest to God, that is exactly how I'm feeling on this Monday. There are so many various shitstorms to try to drive around. Like imagine it really is a storm of shit that you're trying to drive through. It's like, yeah, my windshield wipers, I'm out of washer fluid. They can't keep up at this point. Isn't Smash JT more Italian than I'm? I don't know. I don't know what percentage he is. I need to go ask him how many drops of Italian he's got, Well, okay, so my dad's side, to my knowledge, there's not really any Italian there. There's a whole smattering of different ethnicities. But my mom's side, like I said, my mom's parents were full-blooded Italian from Sicily, and her mom was half Irish, half Dutch. So Shrek 4 Ever After was okay. I don't know, R2. See, I just don't really care for the Shrek movies. Dan's extent of German vocabulary, don't say 9, please be mine. 9. I used to speak German fairly fluently. Now it's like it's been so many years. Dude, it has been more than half my life ago since I learned German. Because I learned it when I was like 16, 17, and I'm turning 39 this year. Smash might be more of an Italian, but our boy here's more of a gamer. To be fair, I have caught a couple streams where Smash has actually played a game, so I can't rib him too hard about that one. Smash JT's more Italian. Look at his Southern European skin. He looks more Roman. Hang on a second. Wait a second. Do you see this nose? Do you see this like skeletal structure? What are we talking? Look at the side profile here. What? Define what? Now I'm not trashing Smash, okay? He's my boy. Like, you know, we'll disagree on some things, but I'm very supportive of Smash. But he looks more Roman than me? What the hell does that mean? 50 character limit, YouTube, you are cheap and gay. Hell yes they are, man. Dude, I got you on the wrong screen. You didn't get any alert. I'll put this back on this other screen. Hang on. Italians don't have blue eyes. Is that a thing? Oh, hang on, wrong screen. Italians don't have blue eyes. Favorite CGI movies, Madagascar. Madagascar's okay. Nah, dude, my dad's side of the family was French, Polish, tiny bit of Native American, a whole bunch of random stuff. So my mom's side was much more ethnically, like, not pure because they had 3 different ethnicities going on there. But again, it was half Irish and Dutch and half Italian for my mom. So I'm a quarter Sicilian, quarter Italian. Got more of the Roman look. That's what I'm saying, Wild. Come on, man. If one of us was gonna play like a Roman in a movie, I think I pull off the look a whole lot better. But then again, I also have, when I grow my beard out, I used to get red hairs in it. Now I just have gray hairs instead. Let me see. Hey, Oblivion, no worries, dude. Let's see. Italians don't have blue eyes, though? Since when? Well, okay, like I said, I am part Irish, part Dutch, part other stuff, too. Besides, Irish-Italian is like a huge demographic. There's a lot of people, especially from immigrants, back in like early 1900s, late 1800s, where you had Irish and Italians getting together. And NS, I'm going to play this again, just because I don't know why YouTube hates you. They shouldn't. You're a good dude. Let me do this.
Do I need to be liked?
There we go.
Absolutely not. I like to be liked.
The red comes from the Germanic heritage, probably.
Liked. I have to be liked.
50 character limit. You are cheap and gay.
Ethnicity and purity in one sentence. Dude, okay, without being like a racial or ethnic purist, their words have meanings, okay? Come on. What in the liberal triggering profile is that? That's him trying to like use his anime magness to trigger the libs. That's all that is. All right, so yeah, I'm sure some of you guys have seen this. Let's go ahead and get on some of these topics, or we're never going to get through them. Shrek Donkey at Universal Studios Orlando mocks Shrek 5 trailer to guess. Donkey looks homeless. So they put out this trailer, and I don't know why the hell Zendaya is in this movie. She's freaking in everything, and I can't stand her. But this is the video they're talking about. And this is apparently, I guess it's the animatronic Donkey was shitting all over Donkey from the trailer for this Shrek 5 movie. So you can see the picture right here. They've completely changed all the characters. I don't know why. I don't understand it. So if you just look at the pictures on their own, Shrek looks the same like he always has. And then Fiona, pretty much the same, a little heavier maybe. But then when you compare them side by side with the originals, the characters are off. Something's different, right? Low melanin Shrek. Lithuanian. Slovenian, mostly German. French on your father's side too. Yeah, I've never had like a what do they call those? Like the 23andMe test to know exactly like where my genetics are from. All I can trace it back to is, well, my parents and their grandparents were their great, you know, their parents were from X, Y, and Z, and that's about as far as it goes. Blue eyes and a funny mustache. That's your wedding photo? Dude, Zendaya, okay, here's the thing about Zendaya. If you saw her on the sidewalk, work in the street, right? No, not work in the corner. If you saw Zendaya walking down the street, and she had her hair all done up, and she was, you know, looking really well put together, not like she looks in Spider-Man, obviously, but like just done up and looking like at her best, you'd go, oh, she's pretty, and you'd move on with your day. She's not Rachel McAdams. She's not Kate Beckinsale. She's not Elizabeth Hurley. She's not any of these like drop-dead gorgeous women that we've had come out of Hollywood, and she's not Sydney Sweeney, right, guys? Come on. So, again, then they cast her in everything, and then they don't try to make her look as good as she possibly can. So without all the makeup and hair and everything else, she's just, oh, okay, you know, whatever. Fiona was the first uglified character. Let me see. This is what I expect Portland to look like. Woo, damn. Oh my god. No, so I don't think Zendaya is like the most drop-dead gorgeous girl on the planet. I also don't think she's ugly, but if she had a single curve on her body, it would definitely help. Agreed, Big Ship. And again, I'm more of a fan of thick, okay? I would much rather have thick than straight as a board, flat as a board. She looks like a woke tart. Well, she is. She is a liberal. I mean, most of these people, look, don't be disillusioned because your favorite actor said something that sounded relatively based, okay? Even Conan O'Brien, who's more or less, to my knowledge, avoided getting into politics, he still made a Trump joke without mentioning Trump at the Oscars, okay? Every one of these people, they've all drank the Kool-Aid, all right? Oh, are we rating ourselves? I'm a 7 out of 10, maybe 10 if I look my best, or maybe 8. Dude, I don't like putting a number on myself, especially given the fact that I'm already married and I don't care anymore. Built like an ironing board burns you out. Dude, I feel you there. Okay, but again, I don't have to care because I'm not married to her. I'm not interested in her, and she wouldn't give me the time of day. So who cares? Tobey Maguire was ruined by the woke. I don't know anything about Tobey Maguire, but to be honest, other than, you know, the memes. So yeah, they look pretty rough. And then you have this video here where you got the donkey actually shitting on the trailer.
Come out. Even though your husband refused to come out, he's embarrassed. He doesn't want to get questions about the new trailer. And how old are your children again?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Because I'm gonna be honest, Felicia looked 15.
Snail masks are working.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys watch the new Shrek trailer?
We did it. We did it.
Just saying, it looked rough. Donkey looks homeless.
Now, the funny thing is, this is not a new thing for the Disney parks. Apparently, when they had Deadpool walking around talking to the kids, which is a terrible idea, never put Deadpool, even an actor, at a park full of children. He was saying some really nasty shit, apparently. I don't know.
That's why you always get final approval for all your film and movie rights.
Oh my god. Even the Disney actors know that the trailer looked bad, right? And again, personally, I'm just kind of over the entire thing. One thing, I'm about to cough here. One thing I know about Zendaya is that she shares the same birthday as me. I guess that's congrats, I don't know. Maya Hawk was talking about Hollywood hiring folk based on their social media following, and Zendaya has a huge following, so she's cast a lot. You know, that's actually a very legitimate point, and I hate that that's a thing. I hate that that's actually the way that they do it. But it makes sense. Because if you believe, like the Taylor Swift phenomena, where you have all these little groupies running around trying to like worship these people, if you believe that social media followings have an impact on actual sales or asses in seats, then it would make sense to cast people that have massive social media followings. I mean, there's logic to that, right? Can't fall asleep, Mari? Hey, everyone, we need a round of applause in the chat for Mari, who just crushed it on her last video and broke the 1,000 subscriber barrier. Where's my applause at? I'm gonna get the wrong one. That sounds right. All right, knock it off. No more. That's it. Not trying to embarrass you, Mari, but congratulations. That's freaking awesome. Refuse to believe Disney is releasing a bad movie. They've been on a 7-year winning streak. No way it's ending now. Is that a joke? Big Ship. I refuse to believe Disney is releasing a bad movie. I don't know if that's sarcasm. They've been on a 7-year winning streak. No way it's ending now. Big Ship, I can't take that comment seriously. Hey, Candace. Hey, Asian peers, how's it going, buddy? All right, so the craziest part that came out of this, though, isn't the trailer itself. And it's like I mentioned previously before we looked at that article, I discovered Black Twitter last week because of this situation with this gaming, freaking hell, Call of Duty gaming tournament for black women only, where they basically decided to do a purity test, and if you weren't black enough, they kicked you out, right? And then I discovered Black Twitter because of it. And the funniest thing is, like, all I'm seeing half the time I'm on Twitter this last week is stuff that's connected to Black Twitter, which is just some of the most unhinged shit I've ever seen in my life. So now we're getting stuff like this. You see this account right here that did a drawing of Fiona, presumably to fix the face, because I guess the characters, people aren't happy with the trailer, right? They're not happy with the way the characters look. You were being very sarcastic. Good. I was a little worried for a second there. You know, I was a little worried. Oh, Mari, you're good. I interrupt myself all the time. And so this person here with a trans flag in the bio, I would believe it's a man who thinks that they're a woman or vice versa. I don't even know. It says, whitewashing an ogre is crazy. Now again, Zendaya is like half black, right? Okay. But Zendaya's parents in the movie are Cameron Diaz and Mike Myers. The characters, when they're not ogres, are both white. So think about what they would have to do in this situation if this character here, if the daughter, ever went from being an ogre back to a human. Would they whitewash her for the movie? Would they just have her be Zendaya? But it's like, how are we going to explain that our ogre is a half black girl? Doesn't make any sense, right? You have something to add to that? Don't do it. I think most of the chats are coming through tonight, so let's just be on good behavior for tonight. This is the month where we might witness the biggest flops in both cinema and gaming. Okay, well, I'm going to go on record. Assassin's Creed Shadows will not be the biggest flop. I'm already going to say, I think the game might even break even. I don't know about how profitable it'll be. It definitely won't save Ubisoft from getting gobbled up by Tencent. But I'll go out on a limb and say there's enough normies who don't care that Assassin's Creed Shadows will probably be profitable or at least break even, you know? They're ogres, does he not know? Yeah. She turned human but hit 90%. Oh my god. Okay, so then you have a whole lot of people, and Demion shared this, says, well, I'm going to show you the screenshots first, okay? Now again, I have no problem with cosplay. I got no problem with cosplayers of any kind. If you're black and you like to cosplay an Asian character or whatever, I really don't care. The same way that I don't care about like the whole blackface thing. Sorry, I just don't. I think it's been blown way out of proportion. If a black person was going to play a white character and they decided to like, okay, if a black person wanted to be Michael Jackson, like white Michael Jackson for Halloween, and they painted their face white, I would not care. It would not bother me, right? So I think it should go both ways. That being said, this person here says, so you're telling me I could have been an ogre and she's clearly not white. Although she's very light skinned, but you know, clearly not white. But again, she's seeing herself in the ogre because Zendaya is black. This one here cracks me up. This big gal with, I'm not going to say what I'm thinking about the lips there, but never mind, I'm not going to go there. Saying she's literally me with a couple question marks. So because Zendaya, this skinny, half-white actress, gets cast as the daughter of Shrek and Fiona, All of a sudden, now everyone's like, oh my god, we got a black ogre. Like, guys, no, it's just an ogre. Memoology says, one of Shrek's sons transitioned prior to the events of Shrek 5, DOA. I don't think it's supposed to be transitioned. I think it's because they had 2 sons and a daughter. But again, I didn't watch the one where they had all the babies. I'm just going off what I've heard. Packer Girl has this one that says, racists in the comments are quote retweeting, saying, how dare you whitewash Shrek's daughter? Whitewash. I mean, I don't understand. Okay, so look at this one here. The quotes say, but they're white when human. This is supposed to be the ogre version, not human. Shrek still has a big nose even when he's a human. I hope you guys know that nose sizes aren't locked between species. All I hear are excuses and people being allergic to big noses. I don't understand. Okay, this is from that King person. Someone says, are you really associating a monster from European mythology to black people? King responds and says, where in this post did I say black people? You're the only one making a connection between monsters and black people. This guy responds, you're the one making that connection. People are saying that Shrek's daughter was whitewashed, but how is it possible if she's an ogre and her parents are white when in human form? They're associating literal monsters from European folklore to blacks. King responds, so you fundamentally misunderstood the words that I'm using. The girl has ogre features. The artist gave her white features. That is the meaning of using whitewashing in this sentence. If anything, the artist is making a connection between white people looking like ogres. Also, you're a fake Shrek fan. The potion Shrek took made him white because it was happily ever after potion that was supposed to make him romantic and dreamlike. That doesn't mean he would be white. A concept like fairy tale romance is often one surrounded by white people. Oh my god, these people are retarded. Ooh, man. Hey, you're allergic to big noses? You know what, man? You can get out of here. I can't help it. And I'm not getting a nose job. I'm proud of my nose. What's it with Disney trying to go after changing skin tone? Candace, you probably know the answer to that already. You just have to ask yourself. Cosplay as Pikachu, Super Mario, Goku. To be fair, though, Mari, although Mario is Italian, he's Japanese. Japanese, but, you know, Italian, but from a Japanese perspective, I should say. And Italians don't care. Italians don't care who dresses up as Mario. Yeah, what's a real... Okay. There are certain genres, certain worlds or fantasy, writings and novels and stories that are worth gatekeeping, like Lord of the Rings, for people who really love Harry Potter. I think Harry Potter is good, but I don't personally love it that much, but I think it's good. That are worth gatekeeping, right? People gatekept Transformers, Ninja Turtles, and unfortunately all of those have been like shit all over. So it doesn't make sense to me that people would try to gatekeep or say that people are real or fake Shrek fans. I'm like, guys, it's Shrek. I'm a original Shrek fan. I think everything after Shrek 1 sucks by comparison, but I don't care how many Shrek movies they make. To be fair, the term whitewash was ruined, but I doubt they meant making ogres look good. Yeah. I first saw Shrek 1, the original, being a green man, so is his wife. So, again, he takes the potion in Shrek 2 that turns him into a human, but it turns him into the human version of himself. Presumably, I would imagine that the idea is that he wasn't born an ogre, or that he was, but he was cursed, or his parents were cursed, and therefore you can unbreak the... I don't know. That's just too deep. It's Shrek, right? Technically, he's just white, not Scottish at all. He's Canadian. Who are we talking about? Fairy tales are European. Shrek's voice actor is white Scottish. Well, is Mike Myers actually Scottish? I know he plays Scottish in So I Married an Axe Murderer. And of course, Shrek. I say HP is good. Harry Potter? I think Harry Potter's good for what it is. I think it's far better than half the crap I've seen. Canadians, yeah. Yeah, it gets better. Person says, how dare you whitewash Shrek's daughter? She's clearly black, while looking at her parents. Although, I gotta say, I like Cameron Diaz's character, the way that she looks. I don't really love what they did with Shrek when they turned him into a human. This guy says, how are you uglier than an ogre? Oh, that's really rough. That's really rough. That's about as mean as I was gonna say. This one here is fantastic. This one's great. For the record, Shrek and Fiona chose to be ogres instead of white people. Let that sink in. Fun's over, the whites found this post. You can just hear her saying white or whitey. And so I just shared her profile picture with just the little eyeballs, right? And it's like, I don't even need to say anything at this point. I don't. I have nothing to add. I have nothing to add to this at all. Zero, zilch, nothing to add. I think the whole thing speaks for itself at this point. Shrek was a white guy that the girl that fell for him after turning green man decided to change a green girl because of love. Is there a problem with that? No, the whole point was she decided to embrace her curse to be with him. And to be, and that basically she gave up the vanity of being human and became happier with herself as a. I mean, again, you were being too deep. This is Shrek. It's not that deep, right? Oh man, Eskimos in their igloos go in the world. Dude, honestly, I wasn't even that mean. The comments in response to her saying, you know, that they chose to be ogres instead of white, let that sink in. The responses in her own tweet were far worse, okay? I took a turn, yeah. Oh my god, okay. So, probably the biggest topic we have to talk about tonight is this whole thing with Hasan Piker, Hamas Piker, or whatever you want to call him. Now, before we get into this, I did have some individual tweets that I thought were worth bringing up, but I guess we'll save those if we speed run through some of these weird, funny, haha things that I found for the end of the stream here. Victimhood Olympics, 100%. Yeah, no, she speed ran the Victimhood Olympics there. Hasan isn't just a loser because of his personal beliefs or his ideology. Everything about Hasan screams loser. Like, his very being is just repulsive. There are those people. Like, I could talk to people of different political backgrounds, different opinions, different ideologies, and have a nice, pleasant conversation where I feel like, you know, well, we probably didn't convince each other, but at least we can get along, agree to disagree. I mean, hell, half the guys I used to play games with were very different from me politically. We all still got along because we all still enjoyed the game and we had fun playing the games together, you know? He is somebody I probably could not sit down and talk to because I would be repulsed by him the entire time. Hope next generation will not have racism. Well, unfortunately, the promotion of one race over another and the idea that if you have any sort of like cultural identity, national heritage, if you're proud of your culture that came before all the migrants, that has led to people screaming and crying that, okay, if you're a nationalist or if you're a patriot or if you're proud of your culture or your society, you're a racist, and that creates more racism because you go, wait a second, why are you trying to tear down the thing that I'm proud of? So again, I've said before, DEI and again, wokeism as a whole has created more racists than it's ever fixed. It has only amplified actual racism than anything else, you know? Ban was only a 3-day suspension. I haven't heard for sure what the actual length of it is. Shrek 2 was good. I'm sorry, Nightcore. I mean, it wasn't bad. I have no use for anything after the first one. The first Shrek was a perfect movie, in my opinion. I could sit down and watch it now and love every minute of it. None of the rest of the sequels were that good. Let's face it, if the real test of your patience and skills would be holding a conversation with someone from Do Not Read. Yeah, NS, you got me there. That would be tough. And that's the funny thing. It's like my kid's pediatrician is this Indian gal, and she's great. She's awesome. But she's not. There's a reason that so many of the doctors from India, or that so many of the people from India become professionals in the United States. Doctors, doctors, engineers, that kind of thing, right? Whereas when you look at the videos coming out of India where they're playing in cow poop, or there's they're in lakes and stuff, and it's like everything's covered in mud. It's like there's a difference culturally within India from different groups of people. So yeah, it's just everything's different. Everybody's different. Every group is different. Shrek 1 always stood out. Thank you, Candace. That's what I'm saying. Having culture is the exact opposite of what it's supposed to be, the Canadian perspective on cultural exchange. A natural state is to love your family and your people. You don't have to hate others, but you should love yours above theirs. True. That's just where I believe, Hook. And obviously, in a demographic or in a society where your demographics are different, whereas something like Japan, something like, hell, even India, other places, China, places that are much more of a homogenous society, or what used to be, Sweden, before all their immigrants came. Dude, we were talking about this on stream a couple weeks ago. 1/4 of murders in Sweden are being committed by an immigrant. 1/4, 25% of the murders in Sweden are being performed by immigrants, perpetrated by immigrants. Think about that a second. If you remove the immigrants from Sweden, their murders, homicides go down by 25%. That is an insane number, right? So a homogenous society is always going to have problems, but you are going to have higher trust because you believe in the same values and, same cultural systems that are in place typically. There's exceptions to that. China, yes. Yeah, Wild, again, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's easy, no pun intended, it's easy to shit on India because of like the call centers and the scamming and this and that. It's not obviously representative of the entire country. It's just that those are the things that go viral and makes it easy to pick on them, you know? Every society has them. Any Turks here? In general, I think Turks are probably okay. I'm not so sure about their government. I haven't been paying too much attention lately to like what the situation is in Turkey with their government. Globalism kills, yeah. 1352, 13. Yeah, anime, I think that was a statistic from 2024. I remember talking about it on stream 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it's absolutely insane. Anyways, Twitch has finally decided to do something about Hasan Piker, who got banned for the 5th time after calling for people to end the life of Rick Scott. Now again, I haven't heard fantastic things about Rick Scott, to be fair. I don't know much about him. I believe he was the former governor of Florida. He's currently a senator. I know not a lot of people love him. To be fair, I don't like most politicians. But yeah, he actually called on his stream for this man to have his life ended. Crazy, I know, right? So this article from Shitaku says that one of the Amazon-owned platform's top streamers, Piker, is known for his unfiltered left-wing critiques and reactions to political news and world events. If this was Nick Fuentes getting banned from whatever platform he's currently on, and I'm not even a Nick Fuentes fan, so don't go there with me right now, they would say racist, far-right extremist, and Holocaust-denying, reactionary Nick Fuentes. But here they say, known for his unfiltered left-wing critiques and reactions to political news and world events. Like, okay, give me a break. Why are all his bans temporary? Money. It's always money. Always, 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 always money. That's what it always comes down to. Twitch has not made money. Remember this. Amazon bought Twitch like 7 years ago. They have yet to be profitable. So they are hoping that even after not following their own rules... Look, we're going to get into the e-thoughts a little bit after we talk about Hasan. All the e-girls on Twitch, right? That they've had the hardest time somehow cracking down on and enforcing the terms of service on. My first 3 months on Twitch, I got a week timeout. My first copyright suspension, whatever, because I made the mistake of... I was watching and commenting on the Thursday night football game that Amazon Prime was streaming to Twitch, and so I thought I could react to it. And I got a 1-week copyright strike on my account, however Twitch does that. I couldn't stream on Twitch for a week. And I was like, it was a simple mistake. I was like, I thought it because Amazon Prime on Twitch was streaming it, I could react to it. Apparently not. Okay, so I learned my lesson there. But other people get banned for like having just something off platform that gets them banned, right? Something they said on Twitter gets them banned on Twitch. These guys, because they're bringing in the bucks, because they're bringing in the money, they don't have any rules. There's a different set of rules, and this got leaked a while ago. I remember talking about this a year or two ago. There's a different rule set for the top earners on Twitch. They have different rules, like legitimately different playbooks for different people on Twitch. Oh yeah, I know. Amazon just talked about how they wanted to beat Steam at their own game, but they couldn't. The Polish president's an ideal husband, strong patriotic trad man. I mean, the Polish in general are pretty based, aren't they? And I know I say don't say the word based, but in general, I feel like they are pretty based, right? With the attention span tanking, people would stop caring about Hasan in a week if he gets permabanned. That's possible. I mean, to be fair, somebody else would just fill the void, okay? Hasan doesn't offer anything unique. Nothing about Hasan is unique. He's just, because he had connections through the Young Turks, through his uncle Cenk Uygur, he got a leg up, if you will, over other people who would have been doing the same thing as him, and so he got there before anybody else. Nothing Hasan does at all is original. Oh, I'm going to sit here in my designer tank top, and I'm going to talk about how much I hate capitalism and how much I hate corporations, the funny thing is, I was criticizing Hasan on Twitter, and people were like, you're complaining about how much money he has. Aren't you a capitalist? I'm like, no, first of all, I'm not a capitalist. Capitalism's an ugly word. I believe in fair trade, the free market, all this kind of stuff. Capitalism, in my opinion, equals like cronyism with corporations and backroom deals and shit. I'm not a fan of that. I do believe you should get rid of taxation and let the fair market do what they do. Let free trade happen. I am pro that. So no, I'm not capitalist in that sense. But I'm also not criticizing Hasan for having money. I think he should keep every dollar that he makes. I think he should keep every dollar without being taxed at all. Like, more power to Hasan. If people want to, willfully give him money for whatever it is that they believe he's offering them, sure, go for it. No, I don't want Hasan's money. I want him to keep every dollar he has. But he's the one espousing the ideals of socialism and how we need the government to basically tell people, you can't be over a certain amount of money. Okay, well, where's the line? It's striking to me that Hasan can never draw the line of how rich is too rich. The man's worth more than $3 million at least. I mean, back in 2023, he was estimated at 2.6. He's clearly worth more than $2.6 million today. So where is the line? At what point, when you have $10 million, when you have 20, when you have 100, is that when you're too wealthy? Like, explain it to me. Why are people replacing capitalism with a democracy? I don't know. He needs to be put in handcuffs. Good luck with that, Candace. I don't see that happening. Oh, the guy's a complete tool desert. Heard of the chick who's having the dirty deeds on livestream? Twitch only got small suspending. Dirty deeds. Oh, dude, I talked about one of those chicks a year ago or so. She was receiving favors from her boyfriend on stream where he was off camera. And she was a nobody, some Hispanic South American streamer. And she increased her audience by 5,000% and got a 1-week suspension. It's crazy. If he hates capitalism and corporations, he should refuse all sponsors. Yeah, isn't it funny that he's okay taking money from Amazon, one of the biggest corporations on the planet, and yet, he wants to talk about how Look, I would agree with Hasan that corporations are evil. I don't like corporations either. I don't like the government. I don't like taxation. I think we could honestly agree on a lot of those things. The problem is he thinks it's the government's job to to get their fingers in everything. And that's where we differ. Ironically, he's doing the labor the investors in Twitch are doing capitalism. Oh, it's an interesting way of looking at it. So anyways, yes, you can see, in fact, I actually have the original clip brought up. I think this is the one that's edited. I don't know if it's going to say what he said on stream or not. We'll see. I'm going to hide myself so you guys can see his ugly mug for a second.
No, look, the White House has made a commitment. The president said over and over and over, we're not going to touch Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid.
Now, I also don't know why they bring up Rick Scott, because maybe it's something that someone in his chat says. This is clearly Mike Johnson here, so I'm not sure why Rick Scott even comes up.
We've made the same commitment. Now, that said, what we are going to do is go into those programs and carve out the fraud, waste, and abuse and find efficiencies. Couple of examples. There's about $50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid, just in fraud alone.
That fraud is not coming from individuals, it's coming from providers. They're not tackling providers. They're not actually going after false billing. They are trying to cut recipients, okay? It is not happening at the point of recipients. If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Okay, I'm glad that they edited that one out. Yeah, so again, I don't know how he thinks that that is something you can justify on stream, but this is the same shit we've seen before time and time again with Luigi Mangione, where all these people like Alyssa Mercante and Hasan Piker and all these other morons are like talking about what a good thing it was that Luigi took out that CEO from United Healthcare, right?
Okay. You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him the current, what is his current office? What is he? He's the Richard Lynn Scott is an American attorney, businessman, politician, Navy veteran, serving as the senior United States Senator from Florida, a seat he has held since 2019. And also, I believe this past election cycle, he was literally the f***ing head of the, what was it, like the Senate committee or something? Like the Republican fundraising initiatives. The reason why I'm saying if you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott is because, and not make him a prominent part of the Republican Party, is because he, to this day, is still also known as committing the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history.
Now, again, that's why I say I don't really care for any one politician, to be fair. I think all politicians suck, even people that we voted for, even people that you voted for or I voted for, probably all suck. So I don't have a problem with people saying that, you know, or pointing out their flaws. Like I said, I don't believe, myself included, that anybody is above criticism. I know that we get into this weird shit, especially with like Gamergate 2 and the anti-woke crowd, where if you criticize anybody on your perceived side, you get labeled as like you're like a grifter or like just trying to be like what's the word I'm looking for? Just trying to be edgy by being different, right? By going against the grain. And that's not it. I believe that that nobody's above criticism. Everybody deserves criticism if they do something stupid, say something stupid, if they've done bad things in the past. They deserve to, you know, be critiqued by the same side that they're supposedly on. There's no, you know, blood oath where it's like, oh no, we're all on the same side of this war, so you can't criticize me. That being said, there's a difference between criticizing somebody like Rick Scott for things that he allegedly did in the past versus this here. So there's another clip that says he also apparently believes that the Republican Party's position on trans issues is to end the lives of trans people, and that Democrats basically want to end their lives as well. I have not seen this clip yet. This is very interesting. Hang on.
Why are the Democrats doing this? Don't they want to win? No, dude, they don't. Okay? They don't. They don't. They don't. They just want your fucking donations, and they want to maintain the same corporate hegemony. They want to, because they're funded by the same exact corporations that the Republicans are funded by, they want to look like they're marginally better than the Republican Party by saying, hey, you know, we're pro this, we're pro that the Republicans are not in favor of. Hey, we don't want to kill trans people, but also we won't do anything to fucking defend trans people. And maybe we defended trans people too much. We should also kill trans people. This stand for...
Wow, I can't believe he actually says this retarded stuff. So, again, on one hand, he's right, given the fact that the Democrats don't care any more than the Republicans do about certain issues. It's all a virtue signal. But it's crazy that... Here's what strikes me as funny. Hasan Piker, and a lot of people like him, have gone so off the deep end, like extremist. We've talked about this many times about how the center has moved right because the left has gone so far off the deep end. People like Hasan are why. 100% why. So apparently he's making YouTube videos now. He's always had a YouTube channel. But I guess he's taking a week off Twitch, or 3 days, however long it's going to be. And now he has this video that just dropped. I was refreshing because I knew he said he was working on a video. Came out 55 minutes ago, says, I got canceled. I don't know if you guys want to watch this. I personally don't care to watch this. Hey, Tekla. Wasn't there a trans person who disagreed with Hasan on stream? To be honest, Nightcore, I don't watch a whole lot of Hasan's content, so I want to know. Hegemony, aristocrats, kind of the same thing, I think, yeah. Or bureaucrats. We're using a lot of big words in the chat. Alright, so I said there's one vote for not to watch him. I'm inclined to say I don't think I want to watch Hasan anymore. Listen to him for 18 minutes, try to explain why he is such a complete horrible person. Yeah. All right, I think enough of us are of the same mind. We're not going to bother giving Hasan the watch time on this video. So then, of course, he got into it with Tim Pool. Tim Pool said it's a suspension. They call it a ban, but he'll be back on shortly. It's likely to due to his calling on people to end the life of a sitting U.S. senator who he didn't even know Rick Scott was a senator at the time. WTF. Hasan said Tim Pool loves that Rick Scott was caught overseeing the largest Medicare and Medicaid fraud in U.S. history and will defend the wealthy robbing you blind, just as he'll defend Mike Johnson gutting Medicaid with lies. He's not independent. He's a bald partisan hack. Well, I agree. He's probably bald, and he's fairly partisan. And so this is the tweet. I said, hey, Hasan, how wealthy is too wealthy, right? And this is from 2023. Hasan Dojin Piker is a 31-year-old American Twitch streamer and political commentator. According to Net Worth Spot, his net worth is estimated around 2.6 USD. The craziest part is the replies from people were like, oh, you're just jealous of his money, and I thought you liked capitalism and defined socialism. I'm like, guys, I don't have a problem with him having money. I actually think 2.6 million isn't very much money when it comes to Hasan, given the fact that he spends a lot of money on like fancy shit he doesn't need. It's the fact that he's the one saying millionaires and billionaires are bad, but he himself is a millionaire, but it's okay because he's a little millionaire, not a big millionaire. Again, I'm not drawing the lines. I'm not the one saying you're allowed to have 10 million but not 20. That's Hasan. But he won't even put a number on it, is the craziest part. You see people like this from the Surfs saying, and today he got banned for making a joke about Rick Scott. Joke, right? So I said, LOL guys, it was totally a joke, right? With Luigi down here on the security camera. Denims, his other retard friend, like Frogan, says punishment for not streaming yesterday. No, it's because he said unhinged stuff. This guy here, Cynic Gum Chewer, Lenin, some shit, I don't know. Some unverified account, so I don't even know. Banning Hasan Abi, but not banning Asmon for saying Nazi beliefs. So they're not happy that Asmongold has a more right-wing centrist audience and that, doesn't get banned. But Hasan calling for the ending of, somebody's life did. Go figure, right? This chick, Victoria, no idea who this is, somebody that's got like 40,000 followers on Twitter, says, damn, that sucks, man. Totally uncalled for by Twitch, in my opinion. DMs are open if you want to talk about it. And the first thing that popped into my brain is, oh my god, this is Alyssa Mercante somewhere. She's probably like furiously like typing on her keyboard, sending a million emails a day trying to get Hasan to come talk to her, right? You don't think you're wrong to call it hypocrisy? Well, and I'm not even saying like call it out. I'm not one of these people like Sid Alpha or McDizzle or any of these people that are like, you must expose Grums, you must expose Smash JT, you must expose... No. If you personally find something interesting and it's worth going down a rabbit hole and you want to put the information out there for your audience to view for themselves and make their own determination, I say again, more power to you. But there are people who make their entire personality, I must expose this one person because I hate them, and it just comes across as jealousy. Even if the person is worth exposing, You're jealous of his looks, he's stunning. Oh god, this guy, I could think of a million people on the planet I'd rather look like than Hasan Piker. That's no. Oh, Johnny Somali. Why are we talking about Johnny Somali? Not Johnny Somali. Hey, Alugia. Yeah, and Asmon did get banned. He got banned for a week, didn't he? Phone keeps heating up and you got 6% battery. No worries, Mari. Get some rest. Get your phone charged. Don't let it blow up on you, okay? It's probably Alyssa. No, it's some she, her, trans flag, rainbow flag, pan poly, engineer streamer, gym rat, Pokimane VGC, TCGP, SSBM, FGC, MTG, with a Twitch account and a Canadian flag. Oh god, that's a lot. And nose ring. So whether it's biologically male or female, it has a nose ring and some very sketchy tattoo. I can tell just by looking at it. It's an unfinished tattoo. This is just outline here. Sorry, I'm a tattoo connoisseur. As somebody who's gone through hours and hours and hours of tattoos, unfinished tattoos are a big red flag. What's in Hasan wearing? Dude, I don't even want to find that picture of Hasan wearing the mad outfit, okay? Oh, she simps so hard for him, and he truly does not care about her, okay? Comes across as stalking over jealousy? Yeah, I guess a little bit. Bro has more identifiers in the profile than I have brain cells. Oh, for real. Perfect 10 creature. Then, of course, Drama Alert points out you have this streamer who wished American soldiers would get PTSD, who's also Hasan's mod, but has still yet to face any meaningful repercussions from Twitch. And it's true. I mean, look, Twitch is totally fine with, like, the pro-Hamas, pro-terrorism. And it's, like, again, like I've said, I'm not even on the side of either side in the whole Israel, Hamas, Palestine thing. It's like, I don't even want to go down that road, think about it. I want them to sort their own shit out without any U.S. involvement at all. Just, you guys figure it out. Whatever happens, happens. You guys deal with it, right? That's my approach to the entire thing. But, yeah, Twitch allows one side only. That's the craziest part. And then, of course, you see Tectone says, my commander has died, truly a shameful day. And, of course, it's Frogan as Jabba the Hutt, which this is a beautiful picture. I want to know who generated this image. Even if it's AI, I don't care. It is absolutely, like, the most fantastic picture ever created. It defines this woman so well. And the funniest part is anytime I've seen clips of her streaming, she's just got her shitty makeup with again, the hijab, even though she's not wearing it properly because she's got all this other crap on. And just stuffing her face. It's like, my lord, woman, if you didn't stream, you'd probably be 100 pounds soaking wet. But all you do is sit there and eat all the time. Gaza the Hutt, yes. This guy here says, let's effing go. The terrorist sympathizer got what he deserves. Rightfully so. You think someone from Tectone's side made the image? Oh, okay. It's an image I've seen around for a while, so I'm not sure who originated it. Stop paying Egypt to not attack Israel. I just don't think our money should be going anywhere overseas. I mean, that's just very much my own personal opinion. You know, for a long time, I believed that the US and by extension the rest of the world couldn't exist if we were all isolationists, and I am completely on the opposite side of the fence on that now. When I went to my buddy's wedding in October of 2023, it was in Kentucky, but sorry, not Kentucky. That was my brother's wedding. It was in Oklahoma, but a lot of the people from the wedding party and from the family were from Texas. And so one of them was my buddy's uncle, and he had served in the army. And he's like, we were talking about the situation with Iraq and Afghanistan and the bad pullout and, again, everything else going on over there. And his perspective from the good old boy who served in the army was, well, if we don't go over there and fight them, they're going to come over here and fight us. And I'm like, how? How are they going to come here and fight us? They're not here. They're only here if we bring them here. You know? Stuff happening 9,000 miles away. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and as the funny thing about the 1356, 1354, 52, whatever the actual split is that I actually had somebody talking about that. They were like, yeah, but 47% of black men who are arrested are acquitted of their charges with no conviction, right? So I'm like, okay, so the other 53% are. So of the 56, 54%, whatever this current statistic is, you're still looking at about 30% of convicted criminals who've done some violent crime are still of a certain demographic, right? I mean, it's just crazy. They'll eventually invent. But again, Hook, it's only if you allow them to come here. And I think that's what it comes down to, personally. I don't know. I'm definitely becoming more and more of an isolationist the older I get. So let's move on to the Crocodile Tears segment of our stream. And it's really funny because for the rest of the stream, the women we're going to talk about, I have zero use for. None, zilch, zero, nada, nothing, right? Zero use for any of these women whatsoever. I think they all suck. I think their content sucks. I think their audience is all sad, lonely, pathetic men who desperately want these women's attention. And it sucks because there are genuinely, I'm sure, entertaining women in the content creation space. I watch several content creators, but they don't have an audience full of simps. They provide things of substance beyond just, I'm going to sit here and get my tier 3 subs and my $50 donos and go, okay, thank you, you know. So that being said, these women, unfortunately, in my personal opinion, fall into that category of vapid, narcissistic, empty-headed nothingness. They don't offer anything of value either in their content or to the world as a whole, right? So you had this subathon. This was a big controversy going on the last few days with Endymion and Kai Cenat, and you had Kai Cenat attacking PewDiePie and Mr. Beast defending PewDiePie, and then you had people attacking Mr. Beast, and then you had Endymion making fun of Pokimane and this Senegal because they sit there on their streams acting retarded and they collect shitloads of money, offering nothing of value while saying how hard it is to be a woman, while guys like Kai Cenat, are getting all the views, right? Here's the thing I've learned. One of the things I've learned being a very small YouTube channel with a very small but awesome audience, you guys are fantastic. Sitting there complaining about how many viewers you have, nobody wants to hear that. They don't want to hear how hard your content creation experience is. They don't want to hear how hard your life is. I mean, there might be personal anecdotes like, man, I'm going through a struggle of some kind. Sure, there might be people who genuinely care. The majority of people won't care. Majority of people are like, I'm here for the video about X, Y, or Z, or here for your live streams, or whatever. But for these women to constantly complain about how they're not in the top 20 live streamers or how it's all men, well, maybe look at what the men are offering. Because the men aren't offering their looks. They're not offering the idea that you could get the boyfriend experience with them. They're not offering, men don't have simps. By and large, compared to women, men don't typically have simps. You'll have guys or girls who are loyal, who feel like they want to support you, but it's not the same as these lonely, desperate men who simp for these women. So again, there's just a different demographic, and it turns out men are getting tired of simping for women who have no use for them. So that would make sense why Asmongold and Kai Cenat and other streamers who are male are getting larger shares of the viewership, right? It's just the way it is. Who attacked Amouranth? Dude, isn't she the one that was basically trying to go after Asmon like a month ago? This is why I don't use Twitch anymore. I only stream on Twitch once a week or twice if we do a game stream on Wednesdays, because I have the account linked, because I have multi-streaming paid for through Streamlabs OBS and everything else. So I have the account, so I stream to Twitch, but I get 0 viewership on Twitch. 0. None. I get nothing from Twitch at all. No money, no ad revenue, no nothing, Even Endymion was roasting the hell out of him. Yeah, and then of course, here's the craziest thing, right? Here is the craziest thing that's devolved out of this entire thing. The same group of women that was playing the victim, saying how mean and how terrible people are, that they don't think that these women offer anything of value above their looks, went walking around Santa Monica Pier. Ironically, I've been there, but not in like 20-something years. Last time I was in Santa Monica I was probably like 17 or 18. Cool area, but like, seriously, nothing there. What did Endymion do? He just roasted the girls for complaining about Kai Cenat having all these viewers. He pointed out that Kai Cenat actually, and look, I don't even like Kai Cenat's his videos or his streams, but I think that there's actual quality with what he does. Look, it's professionally put together, right? It's a big stage, big empty room. Like for his Batman Arkham streams, he had the whole Batman suit Batcave thing going on. Did I watch it? No. Would I enjoy it? Probably not. Is there value to it? Well, he's certainly putting time and money into his sets and everything else. He did the same thing with Elden Ring when he did the entire backdrop in his streaming room where he had all the different architecture. He's done this before, where he puts a lot of time and money into it. Is it for me? No, but I'm not 12. Same goes for guys like iShowSpeed, right? I just don't care. Yeah, so anyways, article here from, now we're going to point out, this is an article from Kotaku, okay? Pay attention here, because we're going to quickly shift to talking about Amouranth, and you're going to notice something, and it's all about politics, okay? This is the craziest thing. Popular female streamers are stalked and attacked during IRL stream. Attacked. Nobody got a single scratch on them, okay? These chicks are 6 and dressed like hobos. Under all that makeup, they're probably like 4s, but let's just go with the article here. Popular streamers Valkyrie, Amiru, and Senna were stalked and attacked by a young man during a live stream as they walked around the Santa Monica Pier. Thankfully, nobody was hurt during the encounter. On March 2nd, during Valkyrie and Senna's Subathon live stream event, subathons are cringe, I'm sorry. Subathon is, I'm gonna sit here while you give me money. I don't understand how it doesn't come across as narcissistic. Like, look, I love when you guys join as members, super chat, just hang out. It's all good. It's all great, right? I can't imagine saying, okay, guys, I'm going to sit here and wait for you guys to join. We're just going to stream for the next 24 hours, and I'm just going to wait for you guys to, you know, hit the join button and give me that $5 dono and, you know, join as a tier 3 member. And like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just my perspective from being more on like the smaller side of the creator pool than the larger side. I think subathon, whatever thon it is just beyond cringe. Kevin Smith, yeah, speaking of narcissistic. The Kotaku goes under, I'll donate to the... No, put that money towards some better use, man. I'm not even kidding. Please, I'm not holding you to that. I've had night... That's Alyssa Mercante interviewing Kevin Smith. Wow, the funniest part is that this video is still on here even though she doesn't work for Kotaku anymore. As soon as you saw donation goals, I was out, yeah. Anyways, so they had their live stream. The women who were joined by fellow streamer Amouranth stopped to listen to this guy's song. However, after rambling for a minute, he asked her for her phone number. Streamer declined. At this point, the streamers leave, tell the young man they don't need any more stalkers. Okay, so here's the thing. There's 3 women, plus another gal that's with them. Clearly, you can tell by there's some other gal that's hanging around, maybe a producer or something. And then whoever the guy is that's filming. 5 people, one of them's a guy. And you have this little weirdo that they talk to. I'm going to play the video for you guys. So here's the whole clip. Let's just watch the whole clip so you guys get the full context, okay? They're known to be the most reputable of all the news in the world. All right, so here's the video. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'm going to start off with a little bit quieter because I know Twitter tends to be a little loud.
Oh God, yes, I didn't see. Can I sing for a change?
Now again, this is beyond cringe. I don't know why you would stop and talk to this random person. I hate IRL streams. I think they're retarded. I think if you're going to sit and talk about something, cover a topic, do a stream with other people, that's all cool. I cannot stand, and this is like the Jack Doherty side of Kick, I cannot stand IRL streams. I don't understand what it is about it that pisses me off so bad. But the whole walking around in public, filming yourself, live streaming, it's like, it just gets under my nerves. Maybe I'm just like a boomer in disguise. I don't know.
A change for the better, as you would say.
Okay.
And the change would be for her number.
Oh.
If you'd like it, can I get your number?
I don't have a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, put your number in mine.
I don't know how to use a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, so I'm gonna keep following her. I'm gonna keep following her.
Not another one! I know! You're gonna have to get in line. There's too many stalkers!
That's not how you really riz.
Bro, what the fuck?
That's not the riz.
Get behind me!
So this chick here in the blue hoodie, she pops up again later on. I'm pretty sure she's like their handler, producer, something, right? So you got the guy who's filming. He's laughing, thinks it's funny. This little dude, now maybe he's not like 5 foot nothing. Maybe he's taller than I am. I don't know. I would not be intimidated by him one bit. Let me tell you something. As a guy who is the height of the average woman, this guy is not intimidating at all. 3 hands plus entourage got jumped by a 5'6", 100-pound fan. Yeah. No, NS, the entire thing looks staged, and it gets even worse, okay?
Okay. Oh my God.
Kendrick.
Are we getting churros?
Kendrick, add him to the list.
Thanks for coming in, lady.
Thank you so much.
All right, so I'm gonna skip forward. They stand around waiting for churros for a minute. Then they decide that they're going to leave. I guess they decided that it was time to go. They weren't gonna wait for their churros, right?
Oh, no, we're not. Hey, excuse me? No. Security? Emily, no.
Hey,
Stop.
Whoa.
There's fucking fight right now.
What?
Get away from
now.
me.
Security.
He's harassing us.
What's going on? What's going on, man? Right now. I'll kill you right now. I'll kill you right now.
Mind you, the guy with the camera never puts the camera down. Here's the thing. Somebody says I'm going to kill you. Okay, that's something you take seriously, right? Somebody who, takes advantage of his Second Amendment rights. Somebody tells me that they're going to kill me. They're going to have problems, all right? Just saying. This man, whoever's filming, doesn't even bother putting down the phone, ending the stream, whatever. Doesn't try to get between the girls and this guy. You can see there's a little bit of a push or whatever. That's about it. Okay. So, it goes on.
Security, please.
Security.
Now, one thing I will say, and it just kind of ends right there. One thing I'll say, and this is the less cynical side of me trying to be gracious with these girls. When your entire life is fake, when your entire life is staged, when everything that you do is content creation, you see this with family, like family vlog channels, where basically the family no longer has like a connected unit. Everything is staged and produced, where it's like we can't even have a private family moment because everything has to be recorded and uploaded. When everything is staged, eventually it all looks fake. So these girls might honestly be terrified. It might be real, but they come across as fake because their entire persona and life is fake. So in this moment, they might not know how to react like a normal human being. Like, it could be this bad, right? If I was that person, I'd ask that person to keep the phone away from me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Rule number one. Well, no, you never stopped filming, but they could have put the phone down or something, right? Like, if I'm thinking personally, as a guy, and I'm traveling with a group of girls, and they're scared, I'm going to knock the guy out. That's just what I'm going to do, okay? But in general, these are people who everything is so fake and staged that they just have to produce as much content as possible. They can't even react like normal human beings. I don't know. And yeah, so that's the end of that clip right there. Okay. So now what you have, you want to talk about staged. You want to talk about fake. This is the response, okay? I just saw NS's response that didn't get shown up in my YouTube chat. The whole thing appears faker than Kardashian's tits. Yeah, pretty much. People feel so autistic, it feels so dystopian, right? Now we're getting some comments censored, it appears. If their security couldn't handle this guy, they need to reconsider their hiring practices. Okay. These girls didn't pay a security guard. When they were screaming security, that was for like the little pier that they were at. When they left, there was a couple security guards standing there. When they stream all of this time, yeah, it's just whatever. Now you have two of the girls that were there talking about this today. If you think that the other one looked staged or fake, you need to listen to this video, okay? Just listen to this.
Ray is here, and also Emmy is safe. Yes. She just, she needs time to process it and stuff, and we are all very much still in shock, so please forgive us if we are emotional, but we are not,
we literally were like, let's try to keep it together.
We are very much in shock, and we need you guys to know that clip does not do it justice for how scary it was. It was...
it didn't show everything that happened.
And we just want to use it as a learning situation, because we see a lot of people saying I would have done this if I was there, but you have no idea how fast it really happened.
They look like clones. Yeah. Well, fake tears, sure. They got some tears coming out. They're both crying. But again, the question is, how authentic can this honestly be? Why do hot girls get to be so retarded? Oh, man.
We did not know that it was even the same guy up until he made the original thread about following us. We didn't click it.
He changed clothes, apparently, which was insane.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, he met us earlier, 30 minutes before.
All right, this is the second part of this. Let me see if I have it. Hang on.
He kept running and trying to get something out of his pocket. And like I said, like, you guys, when that clip cuts off, like, we had to run into a store screaming that somebody was going to kill us so that somebody would step in and let us in the back. And we were lucky that one of the workers, who was not like questioning us, actually like believed us, and he put us all in the back. And they're panicked. They didn't know what to do, so they tried to bring us behind the buildings to help us, but we didn't know where he was. I think when we went in the store, he backed off because it was a lot of people. And so we don't know where he was. We didn't know where he went, and we had to beg the workers to hide us because they kept trying.
The autistic rocking is really getting to be a lot, very distracting.
Trying to tell us that it's not their fault, but they kept trying to get us to go back around where it happened and saying that he was gone, but we said we didn't know if he was gonna come back. And so we had to hide in a shed for 15 minutes until the cops came.
How old are they? In their 20s, I guess? I don't know. The crazy thing about this is one of these things. Maybe this goes back to privilege, and I hate the term privilege, right? I despise it. As a straight white man, I despise the term privilege because it gets thrown around and used very, very poorly. What I don't understand is how these girls have such a little life experience, that they're these big, famous, some of them multi-millionaire streamers, and a guy gets a little aggressive in public and they all melt down. Apparently, Oblivion, apparently the cops were called, but the response that a lot of them get say that basically we can't do anything because nothing happened. When they touch their eye like that, it's to make it water, so it looks like they're crying. Oh, okay. Valkyrie's in her 30s. Oh, she's got a Melanie Mac thing going on where she's trying really hard to like look like she's in her 20s. Interesting. What, were you told YouTube to F off or whatever? Yeah, I think that one got eaten up by YouTube. Mind you, it was 6+. Okay, Blu-ray, exactly. Here's my point. The guy didn't produce a weapon. He didn't punch anybody. To my knowledge, he took off. And they claimed that there was more that didn't happen after the stream cut off. There was like 5 or 6 of them there, plus the security guards. Like, you could legitimately stand out there in the open, and it's like, okay, they had a couple security guards there that came up and approached and talked to him. They look 14 in Act 10, basically. So, this person here, an OnlyFans Insta Thought, or Twitch Thought, I guess, wrong platform, Twitch Thought, Twitter Thought. They're all thoughts. Too many thoughts to keep track of. Says, not gonna lie, Twitch needs to step in and provide the top female streamers with security. This can't keep happening. And honestly, everybody is just making fun of this woman like, holy shit, you're telling me that Twitch needs to give IRL streamers who already make millions of dollars, some of them, paid security so they can go out in public and record their antics because one guy crossed the line and went and said or did something that it's like, yeah. What did R2 say now? Oh. Yeah, oh my god. Thought that was Pokimane, they look the same. No, dude, there's a clip where there's 3 or 4 of them like sitting there and Pokimane's in the middle freaking out because there's a spider, and all 3 of them have the same makeup, the same face, the same hair. Oh, anime, that is my favorite. This is my favorite meme of all time. Anytime I need Tucker Carlson's face, his deadpan, this one here, there's a few, like I have a few on Twitter that I overuse. These days I hear every streamer boasting I had a stalker. I have to question what people count as stalking these days. Well, here's the thing. Streamers, girls like this, people that prey on men's loneliness, you're going to pull. They're literally dipping their hands into the bottom of the barrel for an audience, and they're surprised when their hands are getting slimy, right? They're trying to appeal to the loneliest, saddest, most desperate group of men, That's the group of men that has stalkers in it, right? That's the group of men that has the creepers in it. They're the ones going looking for this audience. It's not like there are legitimate, Mari's mentioned to me before, there's other people, other streamers who have guys that are like making weird passes at them and saying things that creep them out. There's legitimately creepy people, and there are girls who legitimately don't go looking for that creepy crowd. But these girls have marketed going after the creepy guys. Yeah, it's how they make their money. Yeah, I don't think Twitch is ever going to fix any of their problems. I post lame memes. But, you know, Twitch is what it is. At this point, they've kind of decided to double down and they're just, you know, going with it, I guess. Female VTubers are the highest top streamers. That is true, Nightcore, but I think part of that is because of the idea that, here's the thing about male brain, the male, you know, the male brain as it is. We like to be denied getting to know everything about everything, right? Men like to try to figure things out. And so when you have a VTuber and a guy goes, well, I wonder what she looks like. Does she look like her avatar? Is she hot? Is she not? Is she hotter than her avatar? What if she's not? Like, there's all that appeal, I believe, is from the fact that you just don't know. And so your brain never stops wondering who the person is behind the avatar. That can also create stalkers. I think that can have the same effect. The thing is, with it being a VTuber, if there's no name out there, there's no way to actually stalk the person. Are you suggesting they take responsibility? Here's the thing, Big Ship. If this is a legitimate, violent person doing legitimately violent things and is not staged, I'm not even going to blame them for what he's done. But here's the thing. Here is my take on the whole, well, what were you wearing thing, right? There are women who say, if I go to a bar, if I go to a club and I dress slutty, nothing bad should happen to me because men should be able to, you know, control themselves. To that, I say, yes. Most men can control themselves. However, you also have to take responsibility not for what you're wearing or all this other stuff, but for putting yourself into a situation where something bad could happen to you. In the same way that you don't go to the wrong part of town at the wrong time of night. You know, that's essentially the same situation with the whole, well, what were you wearing? You're not blaming the victim for some other person doing something terrible to them. You're asking them, why didn't you try to look out for yourself? Why didn't you make smarter choices leading up to the bad thing that happened? This is one of the situations. They're completely... Which comment did I ignore? To be fair, dude, I'm not always seeing how much of these... how many of these chats get eaten and how many of them don't. Guys just fall for them if the girls work hard enough? Yeah. Dude is 5'5" tops and 105 soaking wet? Yeah. No, Geek, they don't want the simps in real life. In real life, they don't want men talking to them. These are the women who don't want men approaching them in public because they view every man in public the same way they view their simps online. And that's why they're creeped out by men. This guy, sure, maybe if this was real, yeah, sure, he's this little weirdo guy. I wouldn't want him trying to hit on me also. But they look at men with the same viewpoint of how they view men through their Twitch channels, okay? Because they're so used to preying on men's loneliness to get money, to get some sort of financial gain. I think the quartering, ironically, was the one who I first heard him refer to it as like a parasitic relationship, and it really is. It's a parasocial relationship, I think it is. What was I wearing that bring all the boys to the yard? Man, I'm in pajama bottoms and a hoodie and a Lucky Brand shirt I got on clearance at Costco, man. Again, I don't ever blame the victim for some other person doing something terrible to you. If you're just walking down the street, I don't care what you're wearing, and somebody grabs you and pushes you into a car and does something to you, you still blame the person who did it. But you always have to be looking out for yourself. And that's my biggest issue with the entire thing. And I got bare feet, Hook. I got my toes out, man. No socks, nothing. Show beard. Hey, I can get the beard going all crazy for you guys if you want. It's getting kind of insane. You sent the deleted comment? Okay, let me take a look. Hang on a second. Yeah, sorry. I'm not trying to ignore any specific comment. I just don't always see everything that pops up. Oh man, I'm sorry, Ennis. Loneliest, saddest, most desperate group of men. All right, man, if you need more gifted, just tell me. Don't gotta be so rude. Oh, I didn't even see that one. I'm sorry, man. I just want to know if the face matches the personality. But see, Wild, that's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what happens, is by not showing it all. This is where women, the whole OnlyFans thing has lost what power I would say women used to have over men, where they didn't have to put out, they didn't have to go fully naked, they didn't have to do all that, because you used to be like, men would be curious, and their curiosity is what led them to actually pursuing other people. Is like, well, you don't get the what is it, the whole thing? Why would you buy the milk when you can get the cow for free or whatever? That's the era that we live in. To be fair, I've never really even paid attention to Kirsch. Yeah. Can't read faster than 24 people can type. I'm trying. I'm really trying. Anyways. So they did call the police. I don't know what actually came of that. But here's the best part, guys. Old Man Grim on Twitter tagged me in this. Alyssa Mercante. Alyssa Mercante put this out this morning. In light of what happened to Valkyrie, Cinna, and Amiru last night, I'm working on a story for Rolling Stone about misogyny against women streamers and its real-world consequences. I'm reaching out to folks, but would appreciate a share or connections. The fuck is Kirsch? It's Kirsch Verstal. She's a VTuber. She's the one that does a lot of the deep dives on Bridge and DEI. If you ever spend any time on Twitter at all, or if you watch Side Scrollers podcast, they have her on there. She's a VTuber. Kirsch means cherry, just so you know. Kirsche is cherry in German, auf Deutsch. Yeah, in comes Alyssa Mercante to make it all about herself. Yep. Yeah, I think most of you guys are pretty familiar with Kirsch. So, ironically, if you jump over to Aftermath, another Kotaku spinoff by Nathan Grayson here, you see this article. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because this here from Nathan Grayson, the twat that he is, 3 big Twitch streamers attacked, another robbed at gunpoint on same night. Multiple instances of streamers in severe peril have the Twitch community reckoning with sexism and security. Okay, notice the picture that he puts out here, right? It's the same girls that we've been talking about. The same 3 that people honestly are debating whether or not this whole thing was staged or not. Why does he mention them? Well, he mentions them because they're part of Twitch. Twitch, again, part of this whole parasocial relationship with, again, the Access Media, Games Media, whatnot. His article doesn't get to Amouranth, who we're going to talk about now, until halfway down the frickin' article. Now, why is that relevant, right? Why does that matter? Because Amouranth actually had guys attack her, pistol whip her, and I guess her husband, after she ran back inside, shot at some of them and might have hit one of them. This is a real thing. People were very suspicious about whether or not this whole thing was made up or real. This actually happened. Donut operator, YouTuber, he actually talked to some police connections. They confirmed this entire thing did happen. Then, of course, the Houston Police Department came out, put a statement out. If you go to Kotaku and search for Amouranth on Kotaku, there's no story about this. None whatsoever. Now, again, like I've said, I'm not going to simp for Amouranth any more than I would for these other women. They all suck. Okay, they all suck. Amouranth sucks. They suck. However, Amouranth is in trouble right now because she recently, on one of her streams, was attacking the blue-haired leftist LGBT people that showed up at a city council meeting and said that they should all go live where where LA burned down, basically, you know. So right now, she's not on their good graces. So there's no article about Amouranth actually getting attacked, but they have this entire fluff piece about these poor female streamers who got harassed, right? Okay, where are we at here? Where is Amouranth at? Thought I had an article about this. Damn, okay, this is what I'm missing. I didn't get my clips of this. Hang on, guys, give me a second. I knew that there was something I was missing. What happened to Amouranth? First she roast trans and now this. Dude, she actually got attacked. Now, the details are kind of sketchy, as you would expect. A lot of people were saying it was probably staged or whatever. Let me see what the most recent is. I guess we'll go with top. Dude, somebody had the actual video. What the hell, man? I guess we'll just use Amouranth's video. I don't know why the video is so small, though. Well, okay, I'm just going to go back to her Twitter timeline. That's the easiest way to talk about this. What's weird about Amouranth? She says in the video, right this way. Right, so Desert, that's something that I was wondering about. All right, so let's go through the timeline here, okay? March 2nd, this was like 9 o'clock my time. She's in Texas, so 2 hours ahead of me, so like 11 o'clock her time. She says, this is not a prank, help. Then she tweets, I'm being robbed at gunpoint. They pistol whipped me, but I got one. I'm bleeding a lot, but stable, going to hospital. Okay. She tweeted a picture. It was a home invasion. I'm here. I'm safe now. I believe I shot one of them. They wanted crypto is what they were yelling. They pulled me out of bed. Right here is where I'm starting to have a disconnect, like trying to figure out what the hell's actually going on. She says, home invasion. They pulled me out of bed. Okay. In my mind, that's, well, okay. They broke into her house. They pulled her out of bed. She shot at them. They ran away. Easy enough. Then she shares this video here. You see the SWAT cars outside of her house. I'm covered in blood, but only some of it's mine. I'll update y'all later, but I'm safe now. I was at gunpoint. They gave me my phone, and said log in with gun to my head, and I tweeted because calling would be a death sentence. So I guess all of this happened while they were trying to get her to log in to give them crypto. Maybe transfer cryptocurrency, I don't know. Then she shared this video. 3 gunmen. He screams, I got shot afterwards. I'm not supposed to post the scene itself nor the casing, which are now evidence. They beat me before this video and pistol whipped me. The pummeling felt like it would never end, and I protected my head by putting my arms up like I learned how to do in boxing. Blood was streaming down my head. My hands were beat brown. They brought duct tape and masks and were armed with handguns. So here's what we were talking about this video here. I don't doubt that the video shows what happened. What I do wonder is why her story, to some extent, doesn't match the video, right? I'm sorry it's so tiny, guys. I don't know why it's... I could have sworn that the Nest video was bigger when I was talking about this last night. Not the size that matters, it's how you view it. Yeah, exactly. All right, so here's the 53-second security camera from outside of her house. Why should I keep quiet and just talk to the police? Well, she called the police right away. So the police were there. This all transpired like within the first hour or two of it actually happening. Reason I find it hard to believe this is staged. See, so NS, exactly what I said, the opposite of those girls saying, oh, we talked to the cops and they said we couldn't do anything. We were hiding for 15 minutes and we're also shaken up because one little twit won't, leave us alone, versus this right here. So, all right, you got fence there. You got little dogs running around barking. So clearly they don't know who these people are because they're barking at them.
Oh, right here. It's in here.
I'm so sorry. Come on.
So 1 dude, 2 dudes, 3 dudes, one guy's got a gun. She says in here, it's in here, right? So here's my first thought. You're entering your house. Okay, let's say she was outside. They attacked her, and then, they forced her inside. I'm confused. Which angle of her house is this? Is this like a adjoining house? Is her house behind that car to the right? Like, because she says, they broke in, pulled me out of bed, pistol whipped me. I was able to shoot, get a shot off at them, whatever. So just watch the ensuing video here.
Go, 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 go.
The dude running away in the back of the line, holding his side going, I got shot, I got shot. He's like, obviously he had no idea what to expect. And the funny thing about this is criminals do this. The minute, it doesn't matter if you're outnumbered, the minute that someone pulls a gun and starts shooting at them, these guys run because they're all a bunch of chickens, right? Tag me in the drama alert clip should be bigger. Okay, cool. Thanks. Let me find that. I gotta be careful what pops up on my notifications. Here we go. That's where I saw the original clip. All right. So this is them going in. That's them leaving. To me, none of this looks fake. I don't think she hired 3 actors to then break in and have her husband shoot them. So inconsistencies right off the bat. She says they broke in, pulled me out of bed. Pulled me out of bed where? Which building is this? Is that not her house there? Is this her house? Like, I don't understand the situation, right? Who was the woman? That was Amouranth. That was Amouranth that was with the 3 guys, Lucia. Okay? What happened is she fooled them to a location where she kept guns. No, actually, as it turns out, her husband, her 36-year-old husband, was the one that was there. When she went inside, I guess he had already armed himself and started shooting at them. As it turns out. I haven't seen an official report confirming that. But somebody said that her husband was actually the one that fired the shots. Now, in the trauma, I don't care. Like, if she says, I shot one of them, or we shot, or I got one of them, okay. She's probably thinking, we took out one of them. And this is Amouranth, who doesn't want to talk about her significant other. Remember, we've had the whole thing in the past where she doesn't want to talk about to her simps that she's got a boyfriend, a husband, whatever. Okay. So, very weird. Let me see. Let's go back to her timeline. Where was she at? Serdo on YouTuber. Oh, we're back here. All right. There's that footage there, right? She says, I might have to remove this video later. The high-res version is already with the cops. A trail of his blood all the way along the driveway, forensic testing it. They kept shooting my bedroom door and then decided to kick it in. Then finally kicked it in. I don't understand. I'm having a really hard time. Like, I believe some of the events happened. There's no question in my mind that there was an attempted robbery of some sort. What I don't understand is how we have... She's outside, but she says they pulled her out of bed. Shows pictures where they shot through her bedroom door. But she's outside and then re-enters the building, and then the shots ring out. Like, how does that happen? How does that actually... How does that make any sense? Was Amouranth kidnapped? I haven't seen anything about her being kidnapped. Pool house, you peasants. Maybe that's what it is. But why would she take them to the pool house? Was she sleeping in the... Was there a bed in the pool house? Or was it that... I don't know. Why wouldn't you return fire through the door? Well, okay, so let's hypothesize. Her and her husband don't have a good relationship. They've had this contentious thing going on in the past for a long time. It is possible that they sleep in different parts of the house. It's where she says right in here. That one I'd be more willing to forgive, because if she was leading them somewhere that she had a safe or money or whatnot, and she brought them to where her husband had a gun. Let's not stress our tiny brains, because Lord knows it's not easy. Hey, you know what? You're not wrong there. And yes, you are. I am hopped up on caffeine. How'd you know, right? No, Blu-ray, 100%. Oh, Conspiracy Theory is a great movie. But there's no question that there's something off about the entire thing. Like I said, I don't doubt that the thing happened. Let me see if there's any updated articles about this. Let's see if anybody has an update beyond 6 hours ago. So, okay, people were like, why would they be going after her cryptocurrency or whatnot, right? This could be why. Amouranth gets attacked after exposing crypto assets on livestream. Suragusa, Amouranth here, posted a screenshot revealing she had 20 million in Bitcoin and another 75,000 in Ethereum in her Coinbase wallet. Holy crap! That's a lot of money. Like, okay, I've got, I think I have 1 Ethereum or less, but like that's like, holy crap, that's a lot of money. Well, then Twitch and Kick streamer faced a terrifying home invasion. Here's the screenshot. Let's see. So here's what this says. While being assaulted, she managed to resist, and her husband, who was also present, shot at the attackers. Okay. Footage she shared later on social media shows her leading the 3 men through her home. Gunshots ring out and the suspects flee in a panic. I'm so confused. Like, why is nobody actually addressing the fact that it's not... There are parts of the story that are missing. Ooh, it docks over that amount? I don't know. What do you mean only 20 mil? That's a lot of money. Oh yeah, it's funny that people say that crypto is untraceable. It's what criminals use because it's untraceable. No, you can trace crypto. You can track it. Must have been a cut in the prior video. Well, not really. So like Blue is saying, if it's a pool house situation, like an adjoining house, like separate sections of the house, it's likely the guys weren't on camera from the other side of the house. Or at least not a good enough view of them to show like the police where they were or what they were doing. If she was able to convince them that her crypto wallet was in the other side of the house, then that would make sense that she was able to bring them with her. Oh, okay, sarcasm. Dude, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Okay, I'm very much on reserve battery at this point. NS wasn't kidding. I'm living on caffeine right now. Yeah, no, it's totally traceable. Okay, so Wild is shaming me here. Apparently, I'm just the only idiot that's here. Shut up, NS. You damn British bastard, you. I got British people on Twitter shaming us Americans right now, NS.
It
Not
is
happy.
Like this tangible thing that you can point to and say, hey man, I love you, this many dollars worth.
Ooh.
Do you think she is setting this up for her husband?
Like trying to, Browser cookies your biggest enemy for privacy. That's also true. Thanks for the 2, Lucia. I don't know if that would be something where she could honestly like try to set him up as the one that orchestrated the robbery, and then it went south when it didn't go the way that he had planned. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't want to make claims like that, but it's very possible that there was some inside knowledge, like somebody, like maybe the husband was trying to rob her. I don't know. The Empire Strikes Back. Who is this girl, Amouranth? Oh, don't look her up. She's a OnlyFans e-thought. Great rack though. Don't. She's not worth looking up. It's more the fact that she's so famous that her name pops up every now and then. That's really all it is. All right, I'll switch. Since you guys are having a hard time focusing, I'll switch to... This is because I've been married so long, I know how to keep the eyes where they need to be. Y'all need to like repent or something. Okay, let's do a few, as they would say, palate cleansers, I guess, but maybe not even palate cleanser because some of these are downright frightening. Yeah, she's a streamer of the spicy variety. All right, you guys seen the toys for Minecraft yet? The Minecraft movie toys? Just get a load of this thing. Can we ban PewDiePie or something like that back in the day? She might have. Yeah, adult site, Candace. I want to know. Yeah. I would say that the thing that I have, besides the being a whore, the part that about Amouranth that for me I kind of lose it at is any girl that gets like a heavy amount of plastic surgery, and to me she looks like somebody who uses way too much makeup or definitely had plastic surgery of some kind. I prefer girls to have look more natural, you know. If you don't sin, Jesus died for nothing. You're not wrong in a way. I want to play with the old fat dude mom. No, this isn't her, Candace. No. This is advertising for the new Minecraft movie toys with Jack Black. Oh man. That bought his child the actual Minecraft. Dude, I just want to know, like, I get it. Maybe they think they're in on the joke with this one, but this is so freaking bizarre. I just can't even right now. Like, who thought this was a good idea? Wild me that no governments have decided to do anything about rounding up the lonely guys that pay streamers and using them as human batteries to power recycling plants. No, John, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Hey, Wild, I'm vibing with you on that one there. Like, there are so many girls who can artificially, like, doll themselves up, and at some point, it's just gonna look like clown makeup, because you need to start aging gracefully sooner rather than later. And so many of the girls who are just all fake, everything is just like, you know, plastered on cake face makeup and plastic surgery and Botox and fillers, they don't age well. They just don't. You're better off to go a little more natural, you know? Every time someone says Minecraft, oh, yes, right. Making a Jack Black figurine is easily the worst idea of all time. You are not wrong there. You found this you're a threat to the human race. Pretty much. So, next one, kind of funnier, not so frightening. Apparently, I don't know if you guys know this meme. Apparently, this dude here, Simon Kagwa Najala, is the official Why Are You Gay guy, and he's launching a meme coin. I don't even understand what world we're living in right now. This apparently is a real thing.
Hi folks, my name is Simon Kagwanjala. I am the face behind the Why Are You Gay meme. I got some exciting news for you. The Why Are You Gay meme coin is dropping on Solana. It's big news. It's taking you to the moon. Stay tuned and I'll be sharing with you the contract address. It's gonna be crazy.
If any of you guys put any money into this, you might as well just go subscribe to Amouranth, because at this point it's just as wasted. It's just no. You thought Amouranth and Alinity were the same girl? No, Alinity is more like in line with Pokimane, just being a horrible human being, but not actually like an OnlyFans whore. Amouranth is just, yeah. No, Lucia, it's not cool. Do not give this man your money. Don't do it. Gay used to mean happy. Yeah, well, it hasn't meant happy in a long time. Oh, it was basically like Silence of the Lambs, guys. It was 15 minutes of pure terror. What are we talking about for 15 minutes? I don't know what John's talking about was 15 minutes of terror. When CoffeeZilla launches a video on this, I'll drop gifted here, otherwise streamer will call me rude. Oh, stop it. Remember when I was funny a decade ago? Rug pull, yeah. Yeah, no, Lugia, don't. This, look, okay, it's just, if you look at the Trump coin, Trump did that meme coin, what, right after he got elected? And it's down like 90% from the value that it launched at or some shit. It's insane. I don't understand how people keep getting, you know, fooled by these these meme coins and shit. Then of course we have, let me see here. We have, of course, you have Women's Month Halo, because Halo wasn't already bad enough as it is. Now we have Women's History Month Halo. This is great, you know. So, funny story about this. 15 Minutes of Terror, that's what my sex life is called. Hey, it sounds like you and NS would get along. My daughter, my not even 10-year-old daughter, is playing through the first Halo campaign, right? And she kind of sucks at it, to be honest. Because the game is so slow-paced, it's an old man's game. Like, I love Halo the way it is. Putting sprint in Halo is a mistake. She's like, wow, you can't move very fast. I'm like, it's Halo. You're not supposed to move fast, okay? Wait. See where your chat's pulse is? Should I buy money in meme coin? No, nothing, no. But my daughter has not once complained about Master Chief being a guy, about not having enough diversity in the game, not having enough women in the game, not having enough pink unicorn skins, or any of this kind of shit, right? She's playing the game because she knows that I loved Halo and I grew up playing Halo, and so she's playing it for herself because she wants to play something that I love and enjoy. That's it. That's all. And yet, for Women's History Month, they dangle this shit out here like this matters to anybody. Right? Daughter is very based. Daughter is disturbingly based. Like, all three of my kids are. It's really... I have to, like, tell them sometimes, like, tone it down a bit. Oh my god. People on Twitter and all these spaces always talk about how companies need to protect them. They say it whenever game devs don't get... Yeah, protect your employees. Yeah. Guards to protect them? Yeah. No, that's the thing. It's like, look, it's okay to have games with cosmetics that are girly or masculine or whatever. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to gatekeep cosmetics in a game. But it's this weird idea that Halo is problematic because of the fact that it's had a 99.9% like white and Asian male audience that they decided we have to fix this, right? And it's again more of the same pandering that we saw from Black History Month and everything else. Speaking of Black History Month, check this out, guys. This is going to sell. I have 4 kids. I have 3 kids. 3. I have 3 kids, and I got a shitload of animals. Let me see here. Does based even mean? It's supposed to mean based in reality. So when something is based, it means that you're not messing around with things that don't matter. You're based. You think there's 2 genders, taxes are bad, the government sucks. Based, you know. It lost meaning a long time ago. I'm pregnant. Congratulations, Oblivion. So, just talk about Women's History Month. Now we have Black History Month. Well, sorry, Black History Month last month. And apparently, Ubisoft thinks that having a gigantic black man kick this Japanese guy through a little wall here, through a door, because he has a war kick, is somehow stunning and brave and inventive, and that's going to make them sell more copies of Assassin's Creed Shadows. I mean, and the funniest thing is this has turned into a GIF where people are just like looping it over and over and over, where he is just like knocking this dude flat on his ass through this door over and over and over again, right? Wait. Foundational, it's a replication and usage of the ancient Greek term atua, which means God. What are we talking? Are we talking about base still? Plithian, you're making me confused, man. Shadows not again. I mean, dude, honestly, the funny thing about Assassin's Creed Shadows is I'm honestly like wondering at some point, other than shitting on Ubisoft because Ubisoft sucks and the quality of their products, their games, their dedication to their player base is non-existent. What is this thing? What is this thing? Hang on a second. I don't like the combat in this game. I don't like that little red highlight on his foot. You guys seeing that? That is so strange. The other thing that Assassin's Creed Shadows is doing, which I think is pissing off a lot of Japanese people, is the amount of dismemberment, which I think is normal in like Kurosawa, like samurai films, but it's usually between people who are all Japanese. Watch this execution right here, okay? And of course, people have been commenting, the guy's got no expression in his face. The NPC, like, there's no facial expressions at all. And I don't know if that's common. I don't pay too much attention to the enemies when I'm killing them in a video game. Like, is his face grimacing or whatnot? But it seems very, like, excessively brutal for an Assassin's Creed game. Does that make me sound crazy? And of course, a lot of decapitations in this game. And I love a good decapitation. But I guess the Japanese aren't so thrilled about it. Especially coming from somebody who's not exactly a Japanese person. You pre-order Rise of the Ronin? I have never played that one. What happens in San Fran? Yeah, pretty much every single day, right? Yeah, it's coming out on March 20th, same day as Yasuke Simulator. Oh, Shogun was so good. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna start rewatching that again. Oh god. Daredevil comes out soon, and I'm so worried about Daredevil. Red Flash you can't block. Oh, no, it makes sense as far as that. I just don't like the look of how they've done it. I think there's other ways you could do it. Because, I mean, in some respect, they went with a very realistic tone for the game, but then you have his foot lights up. I don't know. I'd rather, because it's a slow, deliberate movement, you just don't have it highlighted at all. But again, I think the yellow paint in games is kind of retarded too. Japanese video games are very stingy about dismemberment. I think that's part of it.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're a
Third
gentleman and a
watch of
scholar.
Shogun. I only watched it the once. Hey, Kebgro, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. No, it wasn't pushed back again. That whole Smash JT fake insider information, no, it's still set for March 20th. I think I've got 1 or 2 more to cover before we're done for the night. Okay, so political, but not really. Zelensky, Trump, JD Vance, Oval Office, all this stuff over Ukraine. The memes that have come out of there that are trying to go after JD Vance have been largely really, really cringe. There have been a few memes of JD Vance that have been beautiful, right? Freaking amazing to watch. I chose to watch Rings of Power over Daredevil because my wife wanted to watch Rings of Power. So I did what she wanted, okay? I then got her to watch all 3 seasons of Daredevil with me. It was a trade-off. Yeah, the yellow paint is like the pronouns. So this meme here, though, is absolutely beautiful. I think I shared it on Discord. Sleeper Vance says, "You have to say please and thank you to our Lord and Savior, Dagoth Mr. Nerevar." I mean, this meme here, as somebody who loved Morrowind, this is freaking amazing. You were 30 minutes behind, John? Oh, I'm sorry, dude. That happened to me watching somebody's stream last week where I'm commenting, I'm like, oh, he's not seeing my chat. What's going on? And then I realized that I was legit like 20, 30 minutes behind in the stream. You just got into watching Stranger Things? The first couple seasons of Stranger Things were really good. Like, to be honest, from what I've seen of like the 3rd or 4th season, they're still good. But Stranger Things season 1 really was where the show peaked. You heard rumors that he plays Magic the Gathering? I think I've heard that too, Luigi. I'm pretty sure I've heard that. You noticed when Monster Hunter Wild came out, they stopped talking about how great Avowed is? That's because if you look at the player numbers for Avowed, they haven't hit 10,000, I think, in the last 3 or 4 days. Yeah, so like I said, I don't know how much it's overblown. Okay, so there are certain things. There are certain things that Ubisoft screwed the pooch on. They could have fixed it from the get-go. The Shinto Shrine thing. The more I've looked into it, it's a big deal in Japan. And they're like, well, players control the buttons you push. Okay, but this isn't Grand Theft Auto. It's not meant to be like where you can just destroy everything in Japan. So make certain objects non-destructible. It's a very easy toggle. From what I understand about game development, you just make it non-destructible. Easy peasy. Never let them destroy the Shinto shrines, and you move on with your day. Done. But they can't even do that one basic thing, you know? Yeah, no, I think all the seasons of Stranger Things have good stuff in them. But, oh god, this one here was so great. This, as a huge Office fan, this one's freaking amazing. Femininity at the expense of other characters, yeah. Which is crazy, I think, because I thought that in general they didn't really do that like too heavy-handed in the first couple seasons. No one's talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. But see, that's because the people that are playing it are still playing it. So here's the difference. Let me grab... I'll grab one of these that I've already used. We'll do a side-by-side comparison. Because Monster Hunter, despite the performance issues, despite the optimization, it still has a large percentage of people playing it. But it's sitting at 53% on the reviews. In fact, let's just do a side-by-side comparison of all these, right? And then, of course, Avoid. Which I'll go on record, I don't think wokeness was the biggest issue that Avowed had. I think Avowed had the biggest issue going head-to-head with a game like Kingdom Come Deliverance when it just wasn't a great game. It just wasn't great. Yeah, so they had a peak of 10,500 on Sunday night. Before that, their peak was right about 10,000. And before that, they hadn't hit 10,000 since Wednesday the previous week. I mean, it's not doing good. Let's be honest about that, right? Whipping into a soy latte because of its huge success. Yeah, exactly. I am only like 10 or 12 hours in, Candace. I have not had time to focus on the game to actually get around to accomplishing much in it. I'm still working on it, but it's one of those, it's going to take me a while. Then, of course, Monster Hunter Wilds. Here's the funny thing. This game, I'm predicting, and I don't think this is a crazy prediction, is going to have a very large drop-off. But again, most games do, especially after the first week, right? These numbers are insane. I've said before, they probably sold 10 million copies of this game already. Wouldn't surprise me. So they've made a ton of money on this game. But because of the lack of optimization and the 53% on the Steam reviews, it's not good for the life of this game. People are going to either get refunds after an hour or so or check out. And I'm sure a lot of people from this original batch that played it, that hit that 1.38 million, wow, can I even speak, 1.3 million player peak, probably got a refund on the game after an hour or so because they realized the game was going to run like crap on their PC. So this number will probably drop down into the couple 100,000, I would probably assume in the next week or so, just because people are going to lose interest due to optimization issues. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is still doing fine as single player games go. People have been like, oh, the game went woke and they went broke. No. What you're seeing here is the normal way that games go. Look, in this group of people that have dropped off from playing the game regularly, I'm in that same group. I haven't played this game in probably a week and a half because I just haven't had time. It's a very time-consuming game, and I have not had the mental capacity to think about it. The game still had a 24-hour peak of 91,000 people on a single-player game that allegedly only cost $41 million. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 did perfectly fine, despite what anybody's going to say about it. The game did great. You can like it, you can not like it, you can think that it's woke, that's totally fine. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But the game did exceptionally well, and look at the reviews compared to Monster Hunter Wild. I mean, or compared to Avowed, it's not even close. So, yeah, Steam charts are global. Let me see here. Who's been doing that? Been reading the walkthroughs a lot, trying to succeed at the homosexual romance option. Dude, no. I have come to the conclusion from everything that I've looked through, everything I've talked about, everything that I've read. Has Mudahart given any hints about Assassin's Creed Shadows as far as what? Because he's played it? Not that I've seen. Nightburner, have a good one. I know he's got a copy that he got before the game released, obviously, but... Yeah, Candace, there are conflicting opinions about whether or not 2 is a downgrade from 1. A lot of people, especially a few people on Discord who have played both the first and the second games now, a lot of critiques about the second game, in particular how the character Musa is written, as well as, again, the gay romance option. From what I've discerned from doing all this research, all this time spent listening and talking about it and writing about it and recording videos about it, for whatever reason, Daniel Vavra decided to listen to the people that were like, we want a gay romance option. So he gave them what he perceived they wanted. The problem is he perceived this tiny niche group of people to be much larger than they really were. If you look at the backlash to making Hans and Henry have the gay option, clearly the people asking for it were a very small minority, as they usually are. So he decided to cater to what we call the shippers, the people that are trying to put two characters together who don't belong together. And that just completely caused all the issues we had going up to the launch of the game. You know? Yeah, the game itself is fantastic. It runs beautifully. It's optimized extremely well. Like, everything about the game itself is wonderful. As far as what I've played through. You know? Yeah, Hook, I have to play through that part for myself. It seems like a lot of people are saying that the Jew part is very heavy-handed. And, again, without getting too spicy on YouTube, I know people have their own opinions about why they did that. I can't argue that because I haven't watched any video footage of it for myself. I haven't played through that part for myself. Well, the funny thing is, I've talked about this before too. Embracer Group is a very interesting one because you have to go through and look at a case-by-case basis. It seems like Embracer themselves didn't really have much control about Daniel Vavra making those choices. he has doubled, triple, quadrupled down and said, this was me. I wanted to do this. And it's like, at some point, you got to say, well, if the man is admitting to it and saying this was my choice, it was his choice, you know? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap things up. I think that was all we had. There might have been one more that I left off. Oh, we're going to end off on this. This is the worst thing ever. Okay. This is absolutely the thing that has made me lose all faith in humanity right now. Okay. You get the side-scrolling Terminator 2. I don't know. It doesn't look that great to me, to be honest. I know everyone's kind of freaking out about it, but it's like it's the Terminator 2 movie. I make a lot of jokes and the rest are still killable, so fair enough, not overly okay, well, there you go. Yeah, Casey Anthony is back. This is one that I did not expect, okay? When did this happen with her daughter? No, Blu-ray, you can't fix her. Oh my god. Didn't this whole thing with her court case happen back in like 15 years ago? How long has it been? No worries, so get some sleep, buddy. Not sure how many of it. Unfortunately, I think most people know her. You've seen this before? Yeah. Is the game out, or is it just a demo that's out right now? I gotta figure out the answer to this. When was her trial? ...2011. So actually, yeah, I think the crime happened in 2009. Oh, sorry, the crime. Because she was not guilty. God, it's been like freaking 15 years or something. After 120 plus hours plus mods, I just want it to end. That's a lot of time to put into a game. Yeah, so apparently she's on Substack, and she's now a women's rights and LGBT advocate.
We're sweat to death. Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting.
Her crime, but again, we have to say crime because she's not guilty, remember. She did nothing. She didn't do nothing.
I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in...
I'm confused. Isn't Kaylee the one that drowned? So how is she advocating for her daughter? She didn't have two daughters, right? I'm not crazy.
Responds to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself.
Why reintroduce yourself? Here's the thing. This is like I've talked about. Social media has ruined people's perception as to like what's important. This is why I thought it was so great to start the stream with Jarrell's video from Sungrams, where he's just got all the videos overlapping, where it's like, I'm just gonna go outside and get some fresh air and build some instruments, because it's just so, sometimes it gets to be so mind-numbing that these people have such this narcissistic need to like see. I don't know if it's that they don't have any internal value and so they have to get out there and get attention, or what the driving force behind it is. But you got off on murder charges for drowning your daughter. Isn't that enough? Like,
I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And
this chick is insane. Yeah, no, Candace, she's nuts. Oh yeah, hang on. Let me get let me grab that for you real quick. I should have done that earlier. Yeah, this chick is nuts. Oh my god. Here's my question. Was she in the legal field before she was, you know, arrested for what she allegedly did, right? Was she in the legal field before then? I'm so confused about what legal expertise, besides getting off of murder charges, Casey Anthony has to offer anybody.
When necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So, as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. With that, these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact, so you will.
So she got into the legal field afterwards, okay.
And I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
So all she's doing essentially is advertising for Substack. Not like a paid advertising, but like talking about why Substack is so important. We don't need you to tell us why Substack or any other form of alternative media is important. You're freaking the woman that got off charges of murdering your daughter. Oh my god. She worked for a while for a defense attorney who defended her in the trial and afterwards married the lawyer's brother. I thought there was some weird stuff that happened with the lawyer. That's the entire story we know publicly until now. Yeah, I always got the feeling that there was favors being traded between her and the attorney. I can't manually rescind it, man. I know, I should have I should have saved the "Why Are You Gay" for last and played her video earlier. I'm sorry. That being said, though, guys, I'm gonna get some sleep. I am tired, and tomorrow's gonna be another long, long day. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate every one of you who's just been hanging out. I appreciate you guys that have supported, whether just been through watching videos or showing up for the live streams, joining as members. You know, the super chats. Like I said, unlike the vapid narcissistic twats that are 99% of these like e-girl personality influencers, I'm not here to suck your money out of you and to beg you for super chats and memberships and shit. That's not what we're here for. Sometimes I dread Mondays because I don't have anything prepared and I've been so busy that I don't get around to actually preparing the stream until like 10 minutes before. But even then, like tonight was the same way where I just didn't have much time. You guys have made this all worth it. So at the end of the day, as much as I stress about these things, it's also really nice to do this and it's enjoyable. Just hanging out with all you guys, you know? She is non, just another crazy sociopath on SM. Do you ever buy a new camera? Oh, Matt Adam, that's quite a rambling sentence. I will get a new camera eventually. if I can financially justify it. It needs to be something that's worth picking up, you know, and it needs to be worth the money. So, hey, Waiko, we're actually heading out, but thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. All right, guys, I am going to get some sleep. That's true, Oblivion. I just like to have all the tabs open up ahead of time, just so I don't have to, like, open one tab and... You got to be careful with Twitter. With Twitter X, whatever they choose to call it. You can't just start opening tabs and scrolling through threads, because you're going to have things that pop up on stream that'll get you banned from YouTube. So that's where the problem I have with just popping open new tabs. It's not a situation where it's like, oh no, I can't show people what my browser history is. I don't care about that. It's the... I don't want something popping up on Twitter that I was not prepared for. All right, guys. Like I said, I appreciate all you guys for being here, and I will catch you guys back here on Wednesday night. We are just going to do whatever Wednesday, whether it's an indie game or covering whatever is currently trending. Again, super low-key, very chill. So, I'll see you guys then.